when it comes to the defensive collapse, what did you see as the cause for that? Was the defensive collapse more of a result of a snowball effect, just momentum change, or is it cause for concern going forward?
So I think there definitely was a letdown when you saw Verrett. And it's not that Verrett got injured, it was just the emotion you saw on his face, and you knew that he was done for the season. And I'm sure the team understands the position that Verrett's in. He bet on himself this year. He could have
Yes, he
gotten a
did.
long term deal with other teams, or even maybe the 49ers would have given him a long term deal with maybe less money per year. But he said, no, I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to sign a 1 year deal. And he obviously expected to be healthy and ball out and be able to set himself up to make a good contract in his next contract. Having a season ending injury in the first game of that season, you just saw it on his face. So these guys are a family. I could only imagine just seeing one of your brothers just there crying and just realizing you understand, oh my God, this guy is done for the season, and all the repercussions of that. There's definitely a letdown there. And then I think the second part of it was the scheme change. I think that D'Amico Ryans, for whatever reason, was maybe feeling the same thing. Was just like, all right, we have this lead. Let's play like we have a lead versus let's just play football. And I think
Right.
that playing like we had a lead, bit the 49ers in the butt a little bit. And then obviously the snowball effect once Kittle, doesn't get the onside kick and gives him another opportunity. So it was just kind of like everything that could go wrong was going right. Murphy's Law, right? So,
Murphy's Law.
I think it was more of that combination of decision making plus the injury. I don't think it's something that we have to worry about long term, Rob, because I think when Mosley comes back, so we are going to be a little bit thin till Mosley comes back, but or defensive secondary with Mosley and Lenore, I think is still very competitive. And so I still think we could be good just because we all knew that the secondary, even with Verrett, was never our strength. It was always the defensive line. Lenore's been playing lights out. Mosley, we know, could play ball as well. So I think those two as our corners. Obviously, we're losing a little bit because Verrett is better than both of those, but I still think we're having very competent cornerback play, which is going to be enough to keep us competitive in all these games, no matter who we play.
You've just made me a very happy man because I was a little down. And even though I was feeling that it was more of a momentum shift and much more of a snowball effect and a change in scheme, it still had me a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. But I think you have just talked me back off the ledge, at least for one more game. And I
Mr.
appreciate
Positivity.
that. I
That's what I'm here
appreciate
for,
that.
man.